Hello everyone. So it is the beginning to a new week. This week I am gearing up to launch a brand new video course, Masterclass on character design, which I'm very excited about. I put all the work into. I'm filming tomorrow a final and very large, substantial demonstration. So I've got like so much material in there already, but I tend to like to over deliver on the products I make. So it feels like I've got everything in there I want in there, but I usually want everything I want and more. So tomorrow is my day to add the and more, which I'm very glad that I'm making the time for. But the editors are working away at the masterclass. It's very substantial. I think that, with raw material, it was somewhere around like 4 or 5 hours or something ridiculous. So I don't know what it's going to end up coming down to, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated. But what I'm actually working on now is I've finished most of my part for the masterclass, and then I'm sort of looking at all the stuff I'm working on next. And I thought it would be cool to share with you sort of the stuff I have in the pipeline, both to get your feedback, to just inform you on some of the cool stuff that I'm sort of brainstorming around, and also maybe think up some new stuff with you guys. At the end of the day, all of this is for you. So if everyone sort of says, oh, I'm not so into this one, but hey, I'm really into that one, that's really helpful for me. I would love to know what you want. I think the character design masterclass was my choice without consulting anyone or sharing it, mainly because it's something I've done elsewhere, but I want to do for me and on my website. I haven't really done it on my website yet. So I'm doing that in a really substantial way. But there's other stuff I haven't done before, and I want to sort of open it up to showing you progress and taking some questions and sort of, opening up the process a little bit and involving you guys in some feedback. Your feedback so far has been amazing, and I'm going to do some questions through the course of this video, such as Spark Art 1, who says, will you do different classes like coloring, sketching, etc. in the future? So let me show you my timeline so far. This is my product roadmap. This is all like nothing is set in stone, but this is sort of my brainstorming stuff. Down here is like stuff I'm working on through other people. So I've put it as delegated, but it's like stuff that other people are working on that I'm consulting on or helping manage, but it isn't directly taking up my time to get done. So with the exception of Gateway Roleplay that I spend 2 hours a week on. So we've got magnetic terrain tiles, which some of you will remember vlogs too, that will be kicking up again because Alicia's just finished all the concept art for the Space Bear stretch goals. So we're actually going to that. We're going to keep that moving along, which I'm very excited about. So up here is my time. So I've just finished my coloring book / kit planning, and the masterclass wasn't in here, but I've finished that too. So up next is epic anatomy planning. So prepping the book, it's going to take the better part of a month, after which point I'll be able to hand it over to Alicia, and she'll be able to sort of solidify a lot of that over a longer period of time. So my next project is epic anatomy, which will be a 140-page book at this point, and hopefully an ebook as well. Next I have marker coloring course. For those of you who know that we're working on that coloring book, here you go. This is the other question. Cynic to you says, did the coloring book sets come out yet? I'm really looking forward to those. So we have produced 100 amazing images. Let me show you. They're finished, by the way. So this is our portrait coloring book. And then we have landscape, 50 of each. There's so much and they're so good. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So the next thing that we're working on is sort of figuring out a lot of manufacturing challenges. So who's our production partner going to be? What is the process going to be? We're going to be trying to do this stuff independently rather than through a third party. And there's sort of, we've never done that before. So we're a little bit nervous about it. Kate's working really hard on a lot of the research and communication with manufacturers and whatnot. So that's basically over in her hands now. Aside from some of the other stuff that'll go with it, I'm intending to produce a marker masterclass. So I'll release that separate to when the coloring book comes out, because it will stand alone as its own quality product, but I'll probably do some sort of bundle where you can get both coloring books and a set of markers and the masterclass or something like that. But if the masterclass is finished beforehand, all the better. But yeah, the intent will be to do like an alcohol marker coloring masterclass. And I've done a lot of a lot of alcohol colored marker. I'm really confident that I can do something really substantial and also use the contents of the coloring book to show how to use it. So that is next on my list. It's not next, but it's the next one that I was talking to about chronologically, which will take me to the end of April. App dev recruitment, I've got a month blocked for. And then we go on to how to draw app early dev. What is this app I refer to? I actually don't know. And I don't know if I'm going to keep it on there, to be honest. I need to do more product research. But when we went on our trip to the UK last year, I was inspired to create a prototype, which I'll show you in another vlog actually. Just a really simple sort of UX UI prototype of like a how to draw step-by-step app thing that felt to me like could be really substantial. And even if you imagine like the coloring pages that I just showed you, imagine an app that feels like Netflix in terms of like you're browsing through and you see images you love, and maybe like we could create an algorithm that learns what kind of images you love, what artists you love, what IP you love if we build something substantial enough to get licensing deals. And the idea is you just hop in your app, you select the image that you want, or you get a recommended thing, and maybe you have your certain skill level recommendations as well. And it goes through like a line by line and sort of shows you how to create the sketch underneath, and then how do you do the line work on top. And maybe you can like select it to have a sketch layer or just to go straight to line work. Like there's a lot of ways I could imagine building it to be really substantial to help people feel like they can follow a process to get a really satisfying result, but also like you could have it be just like outcome focused, like I just want to draw that cool image, or you can have it like learning focus where you'd be like, I want to learn anatomy, like I'm going to select these things, like I'll click on this arm drawing or whatever, or like maybe you have like a playlist or a thing that's sort of like drawing the arm in detail. And it takes you through like multiple like different exercises that you can follow. So that is something that is all very much an idea at the moment, but that is something that would need more funding to pull off and more time and more staff. I'd have to hire a coder or something. So that's later in the pipeline. It's probably going to be later than I've got it there. And in order to sort of be able to afford to do that, which would be not a small expense, we'll probably need to get more of these other smaller, more producible courses out, which is why I'm sort of really excited about these video courses. This is a total aside, and this isn't one of the questions I'm taking, but there was a comment in one of our videos, which, they're a negative comment, so I'm not surprised. But the comment of like, whenever YouTubers scale up and it's all about products, the content goes to crap or something. And I just I didn't respond to it, and I probably don't need to waste my time responding to it here. But it's just such a bummer that people think that that's a thing, because anyone who knows me for any period of time at all will know I've always been like this. I was making like a merch and products when I was 16 in high school, like creating things that make the things you produce more enjoyable in different ways and enable me to build a business is something I'm passionate about. It's not me selling out. That's me pursuing my passions. I love producing things for you to enjoy. And it might be courses, and it might be a sketch pack, and it might be a customizer kit, or it might be an app. I love the process, the creative process of making something high quality and sharing it. I love the iterative process of sharing it as it's progressing and getting your feedback and making it even better. And I love, of course, the high, or, of if it's successful, having an influx of income that enables me to pay my staff, have a safety buffer, and invest in new exciting projects and ideas. Like, why is that a bad thing? Anyways, I don't need to get defensive about this stuff, but I wanted to just touch on that, I guess, because I do have a lot of product plans. In the same way I have a lot of content plans. And that's not a bad thing. If anything, it's necessary to be a working artist. You need to know how to sell yourself, or how to sell something you produce. And it's hard. Being a working artist is hard. And sometimes you sell your time and you work for someone who tells you what to spend your time on. That's never been me. I've always been someone who needs to create new things. But fortunately, that's put me in a position where I get to pay other people for their time and bring more people into this vision of creating fun, creative things. Anyways, I'm blabbing now. So I'm going to take two more questions. One is, Mike WickedX says, have you and the Tabletop Time crew got similar plans for tutorial books in the miniature prep and painting? Maybe that exist or are tied to specific brands. many that exist are tied to specific brands. It would be good to see something be brand agnostic. Actually, late last week in my meeting with Dave, I put in our meeting doing some sort of video painting course with Tabletop Time would make a lot of sense, because like I love the back end system and the way that consuming the courses feels as a customer, having changed it. And obviously we've got all the resources to pull something like that off. So I'd be interested to know if anyone here would be like eager to sort of see how to get into painting miniatures course. And if so, what would you want to see in it? Like what would make you want to buy it? Do you already paint miniatures and is that why you buy it? Or have you thought about painting miniatures and will that make it feel more accessible? I don't know. And last but not least, I know I had one more. Here it is. Yes. Death of the Magi says, hey Jazza, now that the website is revamped for a better video experience, are you planning any other video courses? I love a course on acrylics, just bought a small travel easel, or short or sort of that maybe you could turn the Jazz's Ultimate Digital Painting Bundle into a video course. So I picked this one out because I was just going to answer it and say, yes, I've thought of other courses and sort of share the marker coloring course and then ask for like what you guys want to see. Like maybe this epic anatomy thing, we might do a video course on that. But I love that suggestion of turning the Ultimate Digital Painting Bundle into a video course. Because obviously we have the book and we have the, what do you call it? The brushes. but the book was mostly built out of video content, like because Alicia screen recorded a lot of the painting and we did, a lot of that sort of on the back end stuff. So we very well could do that. It would take it would probably be a similar process to doing the character design one. It would probably take a little longer because there's more in it, but also I think it could also be as simple. So let me know, would you be interested in a digital painting masterclass? Because that is something that we could probably... I was going to say it might take Alicia away from the epic anatomy, but not really. We've already done the work. So it would just be like voiceovers and stuff. And anyway, it would take a bit of planning. I reckon we could pull it off in a couple of months. But let me know. So basically, in short, I've actually just given you a lot there. And as you can see, it's more than I can actually pull off in the time that I've got in my timeline. So it would be really helpful to know what you gravitate towards, what you're most interested in. And if it's sort of like, oh, we all just want the app, then, okay, well, maybe I should try and get to that sooner and like focus on smaller stuff in the meantime. Or if everyone just really likes the idea of just building out more robust like masterclass systems and things like that, I'd just love for your feedback. Anyways, thank you for joining. That is my update. It's all good. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what it's all. Thanks for watching.